Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Talk podcast. I want to apologize way in advance of how this episode sounds. I'm currently sitting in the living room in my chair that I normally would sit in and record episodes anyways, but I'm recording this by talking into the voice memos app on my phone. Honestly, not really knowing how to upload this or how to get it onto my laptop and into DaVinci Resolve, which is the editing software I use to edit the podcast and like YouTube videos, basically everything that I have to edit. But I guess we'll figure that out. I haven't recorded what would be like this week's episode. It is currently 11:20 p.m. I'm kind of nervous because I feel like if my neighbors can hear me, this is really awkward, and I feel really bad because they're probably sleeping because it's almost 11:30 p.m. So I am so sorry to them. Julian is currently in the bedroom recording his podcast, so we just have voices all around this apartment right now. So we're all just sitting here and recording. With that being said, obviously, like I use his camera to record my podcast episodes. So for the fact that he's recording his tonight, obviously I couldn't record mine, but then I was like, maybe I could just do an audio one, like just not have a video on YouTube. I think if you're on YouTube, you're probably staring at the like Girls Gotta Talk logo thingy I have to put up for it to still be uploaded and everything, but it's basically just gonna be audio this week. I honestly did not want to miss a week of uploading. I still really wanted to upload an episode, so I decided to just go audio route this week. And yeah, I'm so sorry, but I just really wanted to put something out there, and I honestly had this episode planned of it just being like a sit and chat, talk about what's going on or what's been going on, like I don't know, lately with me, just kind of like a sit, chat, let's talk, let's vibe, let's talk like we're getting a cup of coffee and we're just catching up on our lives. We're like friends that have been friends but in forever or for forever but haven't seen each other in a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that type of vibe. So I really just wanted to sit and talk, and I feel like, as I'm going to get into it in a minute, within the last couple hours, like my day has honestly turned around for the better, and I feel like I just want to sit and talk someone's ear off. So I'm going to sit and talk to my phone pretty much, and hopefully it's all okay. I did a little test before I started recording this actual episode, but because I'm talking into my phone, I don't know how loud or how soft to talk. And I also don't know how close to like hold my phone to my mouth to hear it, because it's weird. I like have my phone flipped upside down and talking into the microphone like on the bottom of the phone, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. Today, before we do into that, we'll get into streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, anywhere you stream your podcast, or we are here on YouTube, Girls Gotta Talk podcast. Come join the fam, subscribe over there. Yeah, so today, as I was kind of just briefly talking about it, I probably could have cried earlier today, not gonna lie, just from being so like overwhelmed, overstimulated, I don't even know. I was literally in Walmart today. Like JJ, not Julian. JJ was crying. Have you ever heard a baby scream cry? I was so overwhelmed. He was so loud. I was like trying to shop and look for something. I couldn't find it. I was so distracted by him screaming, trying to calm him down, trying to find, I don't even remember. I think it was like markers or like a pen or something before. And I was like, oh my God, I was so like half aggravated. I was so overstimulated. I was so stressed out. It was not good. I was so overwhelmed. I probably could have just sat in the middle of the aisle I was in Target and just sat there and cried. let me tell you, within the last couple hours, like I just said, a whole 360, like not even a 180, 360. I probably can cry right now, tears of joy. I don't know, like today just got so much better. It definitely turned around for the better, and I am so happy about it. But yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those days. I woke up, I kind of slept in a little bit, but I woke up and I don't know, like today it was good. I got up, I got JJ. I literally walked into his room this morning and I don't know how long he was up, I'm not gonna lie, before I got up, because he doesn't like cry in the morning anymore. He'll literally just sit there and like entertain himself. He usually has toys he puts in his crib before going to bed that he'll just end up playing with in the morning and kind of just occupying himself. He'll sit there, he'll talk to himself, he'll sing, like you always hear him singing like his ABCs or something. Like he just ends up entertaining himself. So when I wake up, I'm like, okay, I know he's already up. Now I have to get up and get him. I walk into his room this morning and he ended up pooping. But he decided to like go in his diaper and play with it. So I walk in and he hands me his hands and goes, poop. So I had to sit there and clean poop off his hands and change his diaper and then actually go and wash his hands and make sure everything was all cleaned up. So that probably should have been my indicator on how the day was gonna go, but it actually wasn't bad. Like it was totally fine. I got up, made him pancakes. I didn't have French toast. He's usually a French toast kid, but I didn't have any French toast, so I made him some pancakes. Loved those. He actually wanted more, but what I gave him this morning was the rest of what I had, so I kind of feel bad. But he loved those. I just hit my phone. I hope you didn't hear that. What else did we have? I feel like he had something else, but I don't remember what it was. I don't know. The other morning, I went in and I asked him if he wanted French toast, and he was like, no, French fries. When I tell you the kid loves French fries, but the fact that he wanted it at like 8 a.m., I was like, what? So that was interesting. But anyways, yeah, he had pancakes, and then we got ready for the day. I put on some makeup, got dressed, got him dressed, got him ready, and we literally headed out the door by like 11 a.m. just to be out for the day. It's been super hot. We've been going kind of through like a heat wave here. I live on the East Coast. If you don't know, if you're new here, I live in Connecticut. We've been going through like a massive heat wave. By like 10 a.m. this morning, it was like 80 degrees, felt like 86. The humidity has been awful. And like on this side of the world, if it's humid, like it's humid. Like we don't have that dry heat, whatever places have. We have like hot, sticky, like humidity. It is awful. Awful. And I'm kind of nervous because this week coming up that I posted this episode, one of the days is supposed to actually be like 91 or 92 or 93, I don't know, something degrees. So I feel like, honestly, if it's still going to be humid, I'm kind of scared that it's going to feel like almost 100 degrees outside. And like I said, our 100 is going to actually feel like 100, if not more, because we have awful humidity. So that'll be fun. That'll be interesting. Maybe stay tuned in next week's episode to see if I even talk or complain about it. But I'm kind of nervous for it. I am really scared. But there's nothing I can do. I kind of get judged at this point for saying that I don't hate summer. I really don't like summer. I really prefer fall. I feel like that's actually the perfect weather. I'm not good with this humidity type stuff. My hair isn't good with this humidity type stuff. When I tell you, I've been looking super crazy lately, and there's really nothing I can do about it because, I don't know, like I'll fix my hair during the day to not look as crazy, but like there's really nothing I can do. Like when it's heat and humidity versus my hair, like my hair always loses. So it's been like 7, 8, 9 days in a row versus my hair. And my hair is lost every time. My hair is lost for like a week straight. But yeah, I feel like I was talking about something before I started getting onto the humidity weather talk, but I forget what it was. Anyways, so like I had said in the beginning of this episode, I just kind of wanted it to be like a sit and chat type of thing. This week alone for me, not gonna lie, has been a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster, if I had to actually explain it. I have just been feeling like all over the place, and I don't know if I can pinpoint exactly what's been going on. I feel like I have been super stressed and very overwhelmed, feeling very like overstimulated a lot lately. I don't know if it's just because there's so much honestly going on in like personal life right now, but at the same time, like I'm also supposed to get my period, so that probably has a lot to do with it for being like all over the place emotionally. Not gonna lie, I feel like that would obviously have a lot to do with it, because there's been some days where I'm just like meh, like down, out. Can't really pinpoint when or how I got to this point of just feeling very like bleh. But then like I get like super sad over like nothing, which honestly, saying it out loud, that sounds like my period. But then all of a sudden it's like super happy and then super stressed out, like I said, and then it's just like I'm all right, like could be better, could be worse, like that type of situation. So I don't know, like it's literally just been an emotional roller coaster type of week. Part of me is just kind of going with the flow, and I feel like obviously like it's one of those things like you're just gonna get through. Like we're just gonna push through, we're gonna get through, we're gonna hopefully go into bigger and better weeks. But for right now, like this is just what it is right now. I feel like though, not gonna lie, I actually updated my phone lately. That sounds like such a very like small thing when you say it like that, but like if you know me, I don't update anything. I'm not gonna lie, I always feel like I don't want to say like there's no reason for an update. Obviously if there's an update, there's a reason for it. Like they're trying to fix something, bugs, glitches, whatever they gotta fix when they do updates. But I'm always like, yeah, no, like I don't really care, like whatever. I don't have auto updates on. I don't want anything updated. I don't want anything new that I don't know about, because I get used to my ways. But the other day, my phone was like, I don't know if it was because of the heat. Like I said, it's been so freaking hot outside that my phone was kind of glitching. Like, you know, if you have like an iPhone and it starts to die and it starts to like glitch and you can't really use it and it's going very slow and kind of all over the place. Yeah, that's literally what my phone was doing, but it wasn't dead. It had like 50 or 60% still, but it was acting like it was at like 3 or 4%. It was so weird. I couldn't use it. I was getting so low-key annoyed because I was like, what is going on? Like my phone is not dying. Why is it acting like this? So I actually updated my phone, and the smallest way possible, I feel like that was me in some littlest way, shape, form, getting my life together. I don't even know if that makes sense, but for me, I feel like it felt like something big to me. Like every time I go to like use my phone now, I'm like, oh my God, it's brand new. Meanwhile, I'm still sitting here with the iPhone 12. Like I'm pretty sure my phone is the iPhone 12 Pro. And like what just came out, the 15, 16 is probably coming out, I would assume, in the near future. Phones come out so fast at this point, I feel like. So my phone is like 4 phones behind iPhone 12 when the iPhone 15, 16 came out, or is coming out, whatever. So yeah, and then with that being said, it also updated my watch. It updated my Apple Watch. When I tell you, I feel like I don't even know how to use that watch anymore. I feel like the buttons I was pressing before out of like force of habit, because I was using it the way it was for so long, that now I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm pressing buttons and I don't know where it's going to, what I'm supposed to be clicking on. Sometimes I feel like I'm just like, I wish I could unupdate it, but it is what it is. I'll just have to get used to the way it is now, just like I would anything else. But yeah. But I also noticed that after I updated my phone, which I don't know why they would do this and just add like a random app on your phone without like, I don't know. I feel like that's just so weird and random. It just like kind of showed up out of nowhere. I was scrolling through my phone, like the apps, finding something one day. And I was like, what? When did I have this app? Like, what is this? They had a new journal app. Like I said, I don't really know where it came from, but I'm kind of really excited about it. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait to like go in and use it. And I saw that they had like little prompts you can kind of like write about at your own wish. I don't know how to describe that. So I can't even look right now because I'm recording this episode into my phone. So they have it where they have little prompts you can answer yourself. There was something about pictures, like pictures keep popping up in there. I don't know if you could like reflect on something. That would be pretty cool if you could like click on a picture and then like use that as like a prompt. I love that, actually. I really hope that's a thing, but I haven't really checked out the app too much yet, but I'm really excited to get into it and kind of use it as like my wind down at night type of situation. I always talked about how I wanted to start journaling and getting into journaling and kind of just relieving everything off my mind and onto a piece of paper. I feel like if I'm writing it down, it's kind of getting off my mind, and hopefully I'll feel a bit lighter and a bit better, that it's not all just mumbled jumbled up there and it's out somewhere. It'll be on my phone now, which I feel like is great, because sometimes I don't journal because I don't feel like sitting there and writing all that stuff, and I feel like typing is just so much easier to me. I don't know if that's just like my day and age type of situation, but I feel like if I sat there and just like was on my computer, I feel like I used to try to type in like a notes app, or not gonna lie, like Google Docs, just a random blank sheet, and just type out something. Yeah, I'll be on my phone, just sitting there, either listening to music, watching a YouTube video, listening to a podcast, I don't know, something, and just be journaling about my day as like a little wind down situation. I don't know, like that just makes me so excited. Maybe I'll look into it. I don't know. I was gonna say maybe I'll look into it tonight after I edit this, but I don't know how long it's gonna take me to find out how to edit this, and at the same time it's already 11:30 at night, so I'm probably gonna be editing this and scheduling it and going to bed. Oh, that's been another thing lately, actually. I feel like I've been so stressed out and there's just been so much on my mind lately that I've been going to bed super late. I've been going to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. for the past like 3 nights. And honestly, at this point, it's probably going to be tonight as well. Which is totally not like me. Like, I feel like I get to the point where I'm going to lay down in bed and like I don't even want to be laying down, because I feel like I'm just going to get super antsy and anxious. But at the same time, I'm super exhausted. So I'm like, I came to lay down because I want to go to sleep. But then my mind is like, no, you don't. You want to get up and do something. And I don't like it. I don't know what it is, but I don't like what's been going on lately. The other night, I didn't want to go to sleep. So it was like midnight or after midnight at some point. And I grabbed my laptop and sat on the couch and just did some podcast work. Like I planned kind of this episode. I wrote little points on what I wanted to talk about that's been just going on lately. I planned, I think, like 1 or 2 other episodes. And then I watched some YouTube videos, and I eventually was like, I just need to go lay down. Like at this point, even if I don't want to, I need to go and lay down because it's so late. Like I am usually in bed maybe by like 11, the latest. And lately, like my body's just been like, no, you're good. Just stay up. Like you'll be fine. You could push through. And then in the morning, I'm like, I hate this. I'm so freaking tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to get up. And I have like a whole day ahead of me that I'm not mentally, physically, maybe even emotionally at that point prepared for. But like I said, we've made our way through the week. So hopefully we're on to something here. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Tonight is kind of my fault because of the fact that I wanted to get out an episode still, and typically I'm back to recording Sunday nights because I did not get ahead this week. This week has been so busy for me, and next week is probably going to be the same thing, or like this week I'm uploading, it's probably going to be the same thing. So that's also kind of why I wanted to record an audio episode, because I feel like I wanted to post something saying I was going to miss a week. But then again, like as I was thinking about it and seeing how my weeks were coming up and everything that was going on with life lately, I feel like I would have missed 2 weeks worth of episodes, and that just kind of struck me, and I was kind of really upset about it. So I was like, no, hopefully I'll be able to sit and record an episode at some point, make some time for next week, but I really did not want to miss this week. So here we are, audio version. This episode is probably going to be super short, but I really just wanted to sit and still kind of chat, talk, and I don't know, just kind of update you guys on my life. I feel like we're all like friends here, and I just feel like, not that I owe you, I don't want to say I owe you an explanation, but I just want to like talk about life. Like I just want to talk about what's been going on. I feel like most of my episodes are just like planned by topic that I never just sit here and talk sometimes. And I didn't realize how fun it was. And sometimes I listen to other podcasts that literally just look or just sound like they're literally just sitting there and talking into a microphone like they're talking to a friend. And it's just so calm and casual. And I kind of love that vibe. So that's kind of also what I was gearing towards with this episode. Because everything I just said was kind of all I had for this episode. But before we go, I do want to share something really random. I've been seeing a lot of quotes lately on Instagram as I've been scrolling through like Pinterest. I've kind of become very a Pinterest girl lately. I love scrolling through Pinterest or looking things up on Pinterest. I was looking up tattoos the other day on Pinterest. Do I have money for a tattoo right now? Not really, but I really do want to plan out some tattoos. I have some in mind that I've wanted. I just don't know where exactly I would get them. But like I said, not that I have the money to spend on tattoos right now anyway, so I have some time to plan. But I was kind of looking up different like placements and tattoo stuff on Pinterest the other day. But scrolling through Pinterest, scrolling through Instagram, like watching reels, I think I found like a quote or something in a reel that I was like, oh my God. But I'm just going to share with you guys some of these quotes that I've seen lately that I feel like kind of were attacking me because of how I've been feeling lately. But at the same time, like, I'm just like, thank you for letting me see this right now because I love them. The first one is, social media has made us so eager to show and tell, like, quote, show and tell, unquote. But there is beauty in privacy. Everything isn't meant to be on display. It's perfectly fine to keep some things for you. And I love that, especially with having a kid now. I feel like I love posting my son. I love showing him all over the place. I love posting pictures of him, and like during times when he's like super cute and funny and something, I want to just like take a picture and post it. But at the same time, I feel like then everybody has like what I have, and I love that there's just other pictures and memories that like I have saved and I can go and look at that not everyone either has seen or knows about or like wants to see. I don't know, I feel like there's just like those little private moments just make me so happy, and I'm just like, yes, like these are the moments I want, like something that's not super out there for everyone to see, everyone to know. Like, I don't obviously want my whole life on display. I mean, being on social media, that is kind of hard with trying to do YouTube. And like I said, just doing this podcast, like I just said, I want to update you guys on my life. But at the same time, like there obviously is some things that I do want private and to myself. And yeah, but I always feel the need that I'm like, oh my God, I have to post this on social media. And then I'm like, no, I don't. Like that is totally my choice on whether or not I want to. So yeah, I saw that and I loved it. And I don't know, just like keep that in mind when you're going through life, honestly. The next thing I saw was your life is as good as your mindset. This one was one of the ones I kind of felt attacked by because of the fact that I've been such roller coaster vibes lately that it was one of those things where it's like, this is where my mindset's at when I'm like sad or down or whatever, that I'm just like, oh my God, this is why life is so crazy. And then you have to do that little twist where it's like, now you're happy, you're excited, you're, I don't know, all the good vibes. And you're like, okay, wow, like this is really great. Everything's turning around. Everything's going so well. This is what I want. Like, this is what I want to happen right now. So that was kind of me tonight. Like I said, my day took a complete 360, not even a 180, 360. And I just kind of have to keep that in mind and kind of keep myself on that track of things. The next one I had was, I find inspiration from the journeys of others while also valuing the unique way I am on the journey too. This one really spoke to me for some reason. I feel like I've watched so many YouTube videos lately that I'm just like, wow, like I obviously find a lot of inspiration from the people I watch, from the podcasts I listen to, like the research I kind of do for my own podcast. And you're finding, and you're sitting there and you're finding inspiration from, like I just said, others, people you're watching, people you're listening to. But at the same time, you also have to sit there and realize that you're going through the journey of life too. And you kind of have to sit there and just see the way you're doing it, the way you're doing life. Obviously, not everyone is going to be doing life the same. And I feel like there's no point in sitting and kind of being jealous or like upset when you're thinking like your life should be going the same way this person's is, or why is this person doing all this when you can't even do blah, blah, blah. You just kind of have to sit there and I don't know, obviously like take it day by day, honestly, minute by minute if you even want to, but just sit there and kind of realize that you're just going through life. Like everything is coming to you the way it probably should come to you. Not everyone is going to be the same. It's all okay. The next thing I had was, you may not want to be where you want to be, but you're not where you're used to be, and that's major. Just let that one sink in for a minute. You might not be where you want to be, but you're not where you're used to be. I feel like that is where my typical baby steps are still steps in the right direction comes into play. You're not where you want to be, but whether you're super far or just like a little jump from where you used to be is still a major change. Good, bad, it's still a major change. I don't know, like this one really gets to me and I love it. I loved that. I saw that and I was like, yes, literally this right here. Just let that one sink in for a minute. I love it. I love that. The next quote I saw was, people hate when they can't get under your skin. This one, for some reason, I don't know why I loved it, but I was like, this is so true. Like some people will sit there and really try to like pick you down to like your lowest point, try to tell you like what you should be doing, how you should be living life, how you should be doing this and how you should be doing that. And they hate it when they can't get under your skin. Like when you realize that you're not letting people get to you. Honestly, some people get really upset by that, and that just kind of shows their character as to why should they have to like feel it like that. Like, why should they be so invested in your life and in you that they're trying to, I don't know, really like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like the fact that they hate that they can't annoy you, they can't like aggravate you. Honestly, good for you. Like, if you can pull yourself through that and like notice what they're doing and not really give a frick and show them that they're crazy, like, I love that. I love that for you. Do your thing. The last one is such a good one too. Every version of you has been a good version. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for life, honestly. That every version of you has been a good version. There has not been a bad version of you. You've just been, like I've been saying, going through life. You've been through every stage of life so far, that obviously the next one too, you're going to be probably changing a little bit. You've been through elementary school, your elementary school crushes, your elementary school friends. You maybe moved. Everyone went through their middle school phase. When I tell you that phase probably for everyone is awful, you've made it through your middle school phase, high school, honestly, maybe even college, your first job, I don't even know what else. Like, you've been through so many phases of life. You've been through so many versions of you, but it honestly got you to where you are now. And I would strongly agree that every version of you has been a good version. That's another one I love. I don't know what it is. I love that one. But honestly, yes. But with that being said, that is all I have. I'm going to leave this episode with that quote. Let everything I just said sink in. I love you guys so much. That is everything I have for you this week. Thank you for listening to me just sit and chat. I'm so sorry for this audio version. Hopefully it's okay. I'm really hoping when I go to edit it that it's actually able to be uploaded. You either saw a post saying I have no episode this week, but that's because this did not come out well, or you're listening to this right now. But either way, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week back with a brand new episode. Bye.